your champion. Come on now, bring it. AJ Shea will be waiting for you down there.
Jump after here.
Let's
My
land
buddies
here.
and I aren't afraid of heights.
I hear ya.
This is the best part.
तू जो बोल रहा था ना
Target over there.
कैमरा के सामने इमेज डाल के कास्ट शैडोज करने का, ग्रिड बना के बैकग्राउंड बना के एक्सेप्ट ओनली लाइट करने का,
I'll go with. I could use someone to ricochet off of.
वो करके एक बंदे ने उस वीडियो में एक लड़की को फुटेज से निकाल, जिधर उसको लड़की को निकालना था उधर उसने ग्रिड डाला, प्रोजेक्शन किया उसके क्लीन प्लेट का, क्योंकि सेम फुटेज में एक सीन है जिसमें वो लड़की वही वॉल के सामने नहीं रहती है और फिर कुछ फ्रेम्स बाद वो लड़की वॉल के सामने आसमान से गिरती है और चलने लगती है, तो उसको आसमान से गिरने का फुटेज अलग था उसके पास और चलने का फुटेज अलग था उसको, तो उसमें उसने ना वो लड़की का, इमेजिन तेरे पीछे का वॉल है
No thanks needed. Get to bamboozling.
भाई, बहुत सही है।
Looks like it's enemy down.
What happened? Recoil.
Hello. I got disconnected.
Oh hey internet! So recently I uploaded a breakdown video using all the visual effects in my short film The Omen Chronicles, and I've been reading all the comments online, and out of all the effects that people seemed most interested in learning how to do, it wasn't the smoke or the sparks and all the flashy stuff like that, it was actually how I painted people out of the scene. Fortunately, this is an effect that you can do 100% in After Effects with zero third-party plugins or software. So I decided to go ahead and make this tutorial on
Docs, okay.
how to do that. And if you're interested in following along, you can actually go ahead and download the original footage I used to make this exact effect and tutorial. So the download link for that is in the description for you to follow along if you want. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, we have a very blank, typical After Effects project file here, and I've already imported the footage, so I'm going to drop this into a new composition, and I'm going to shave off the first and last couple seconds, because, you know, always fumble around, hit the record button, everything gets all shaky. So I'm just gonna trim it to here. This is the work area, and if you right-click on that, you can trim comp to the work area. So now, I'm going to drop the warp stabilizer effect on it, and right away I'm just going to go to detail analysis and enhance reduction. And let's set this down to like 5. And so what I did was I shot this whole thing on my Canon T3i, very standard, you know, run-of-the-mill footage, nothing too fantastic about it. I mean, I didn't shoot this on a RED or anything, and I shot it on a tripod while holding the tripod, using it as like a sort of counterweight stabilizer sort of thing. And you don't want to have any sort of twisting back and forth. That type of shaking is the worst because it gives you the most rolling shutter artifacts. And what I mean by that is, you know, that weird jello-y effect that you see with really shaky footage. And that's just really hard to correct for. It is doable, but it's just way easier and way faster to just not have it at all. So as you can see, this actually looks pretty steady. Yeah, not too bad. I'm actually going to jump it up to 10% though. See, normally I never go above 20%. I mean, if there's a lot of motion and I just really want it stable, I'll go upwards of like 30 to 40, but I typically never go beyond that. Even if you have really shaky footage, just like 1 or 2% is great. So now that we have it stabilized, it looks great. I'm going to pre-compose this. So by going up to Layer and then Pre-compose and Move All Attributes. That's always important because you want it included. I'm going to go ahead and track the camera. We're going to basically create a solid that is going to go on this wall and another solid that's going to go on the ground here. And we're going to use that as the basis of our projection map. And so once we get this solved, I'll create the solids and the camera. Select that, get all these tracker marks. Check that out. Pretty cool. And you might also notice you'll get like these roaming ones here. You can select them and delete them if you want, but honestly, this is a good enough track that it's not really that big of a deal. So let's go to the end here, about right here. So select some of these points around where she was standing, and sweet, it actually looks pretty solid. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click, create solid and camera. Interesting, it looks a little off. We want this line to kind of match up with this vertical line here. So first things first, I'm going to make the layer a white layer. So if I go to solid settings and make this white, keep dragging everything to my recording window, should be good. Cool. And now I'm going to apply the grid effect. And this will just kind of let us see how it matches up into the scene. So it tracks great. Now we just got to get the orientation right. So first, this is basically just, you know, the center point 0. And so if you hit W, there we go. So you can flip it as much as you like, but if you hold down the shift button while doing that, it'll actually pop into 45-degree increments. So let's make it all the way vertical here and let go. And let's just kind of get it lined up. Drag it down to the bottom here. That actually lines up pretty well. So let's drag this out, and you'll see our first hiccup here. It doesn't line up. We want this line to, you know, measure up with that. So hit W again. We can rotate it into place, maybe. Meh, that's good enough. That's actually not too bad. So now we can label this wall, and I'm going to rename this 90 degrees. And the easiest way to do that, 90 degrees. We're no longer any use to us. Delete that, and you'll notice that we have just, you know, this white blob on our screen. You also might notice we have the seam going on here. To get rid of that, just select one of your layers and just kind of nudge it down. You never want to just like grab the layer itself and move it. That is just a recipe for disaster because some of your position settings will be different. All right, so our next thing we want to do is let's go ahead and turn those off. We want to create our projection plate, which is essentially just a film slide in a projector from, you know, the old days. So here's a good clean slate right here. Dang it. And we're going to duplicate our footage and freeze frame it in that specific spot. So go to time, freeze frame, and yeah, it doesn't work. That's okay. Just delete it. Not a big deal. Also, before you move your playhead, click out and then hit the star button above your 9 key on the number pad. That'll leave a marker on your whole comp so you know exactly when it actually stopped. Because you might, you know, close out of that and you won't know where it is. So remember, holding down shift pops to that. All right, so here, we want to do a couple things first. Let's click our camera here and hit P to bring up our position. And here are all our position keyframes from our camera track. And we're going to create a light. So go to Layer, New, Light. And all these settings don't really matter as long as it's casting shadows. And hit OK. So now we want to copy the position of our camera at this very moment to our light. And you can do that in a number of ways. One, you can just copy the position and paste it here, but then you have this weird issue with all your keyframes. I have a much better solution. What we're going to do is we're going to parent it to the camera, but not just parent it. You're going to hold down the shift key and then parent it. So I'm holding down the shift key, letting go, and now I'm going to undo that by just selecting none. And what that did was it moved it into position. It moved it to the same position, and then I basically undid it. So now we have this. So for our footage, we want to make this a 3D layer as well. So let's go ahead and make 3D and hit our position key, and let's copy the position from our light to our footage. Bam. So now we still don't really see anything. It's like, what happened to it? Oh, it's this massive black object here? Okay, cool. So go to your position here, and then we're going to see the top view. So where it says active camera, go down to top. And if we activate these again, you'll see this is our top view of our composition here. You can see a little camera flying back and forth as I go through the camera move. So what we're going to do is we're going to select our footage here, and we're going to move it forward from the light, just a little bit. Exact same principle as a projector, literally. And if you hit S on the keyboard to bring up your scale, you can bring it down until it's just big enough to see. And any scale numbers between, like, 1 and 8 is perfectly normal. That's okay. So now that we've done that, let's go back to our active camera, and you'll see we have a little floating slide just hanging out. That's good and all, but it's not what we want yet. So we have our slide here. I'm going to kind of just rotate it so it's flat, and I'm going to scale it down. Again, holding shift makes it so that it scales evenly, and just kind of roughly get it into place. It doesn't have to be perfect, because what we're going to do next will solve this issue. It's actually my favorite part, because it's interesting, and it held me back for the longest time until I figured it out. So corner pin, that's what we're using. Drop that onto the footage, and now we can actually go through, and let's set our resolution to full. Just move each corner until it is actually in their respective corners. And don't worry, it'll all line up once all 4 corners are actually in place. It might not seem totally like it right now, but that's right. And even if you're off by a couple pixels, it's really not that big of a deal. Bam. Sweet. So without corner pin, and now it should line up perfectly for the most part. So now we want to edit our 3D layer settings, and to do that, I use the shortcut AA. So you just hit A on the keyboard twice really fast with your selected footage. And for this, we want to cast shadows only, and that'll make the layer disappear from the actual view. See, if we set it back to off, it just is the normal frame again. And if we set it to on, we get the results, but we still have the frame. So if we set it to only, the frame actually goes away. And the next thing we want to do is set our light transmission to 100%. And that's what actually turns it into the, the actual film slide sort of thing. So we can project the light from our little light here through our frame and onto these white solids that take it. But we got to change those settings as well. So let's minimize that. Select our 2 solids here and hit AA to bring up their settings. And the only thing we need to do here is set accept lights to off. Bam. Look at that. And just like that, we have a projection map. And obviously we have
हाँ बेटा ऑलमोस्ट चाय बना के भी हो गया समझा देखो ये कैसे किया इसने, लेकिन इतना सिंपल है। और इस हाँ सिर्फ हाँ मतलब हम्म हम्म मास्क को ट्रैक करना पड़ता, तो वो तो ऑटो ट्रैक हो जाता है ना। हम्म तो ट्रैकिंग छोड़ देगा, उल्टा सीधा हो जाएगा। अच्छा तो फिर तो ये अच्छा है ना, अगर तेरे को लाइक अगर तेरे तूने नहीं किया ग्रीन ग्रीन स्क्रीन और तेरे पास एक क्लीन प्लेट है जिसमें कर सकते हैं, तो ये तो कर सकते हैं, बहुत इजी सी।
They all lead to the same place.
तो जिसका ही तो 2-3 लाख रुपया ले सकता है बनता है, पब्लिक को बोल के कि बहुत टाइम लगेगा, मास्क करके करना पड़ेगा, और उसके बाद 3D
I
प्रोजेक्ट।
came here to party. Let's
नहीं
rock.
मतलब अगर नहीं करवाया किसी ने और लास्ट मोमेंट पे आके बोल रहा है कि बनता है करने का,
All right, either you're with me
तो
or
बोल
you're
देगा हाँ
against me,
ट्रैक करके
or
दे
you're
दूंगा
with
मैं,
me
दो
and
तीन
against
लाख
me,
रुपया
'cause
लगेगा, फिर
you
3D
know how that
प्रोजेक्शन से
happens
कर
sometimes.
दूंगा। पता है
This is your champion.
बहुत छोटा था। हाँ 8 सेकंड 22 फ्रेम। और इसने फुल 4 प्लेन्स यूज भी नहीं किए, इसने सिर्फ लाइक 2 प्लेन्स ही यूज किए।
This is a good LZ. Forget that.
हाँ हाँ मतलब क्योंकि तेरे को फुल वो चाहिए था।
Let's touch down here.
अच्छा रुक मैं आ रहा हूँ
Never mind.
किचन।
Let's land here.
Follow the leader. Yep.
बोलना क्या
Oh yeah, nailed it.
for what?
Get out there and bamboozle.
Attention. First blood.
First blood. Tastes like victory.
Round one. Beginning countdown.
Good work.
Gotta hop up
We're
here.
inside the next ring.
Go bamboozle. Gotta hop up here.
Helmet gear. Level 2.
Yeah, I could use that. Peacekeeper here. Thank you. Faking him out with a decoy. Optics here. Sniper.
New kill leader. Watch your back.
I need to hop up. Choke.
Oscar Mike, I'm spotted.
Spotted one.
chimney.
Got one spotted.
आ गया उनका
Recharging
है।
shield. Sending out my decoy.
Taking a knee. Gotta hop up here. Give my shield to recharge.
Enemy spotted. Small.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
Sending out my decoy.
Eliminated.
Reloading.
You got bamboozled.
Whole squad taken out. I like what I see.
Maverick comes from behind. He
Body
thought
shield
you were
here.
foolish.
Level 2.
Without
Need one if you don't
looking
have
from
it.
behind, he won't know shit.
Recharging shields.
Back.
New kill leader.
That's me,
Watch for
bro.
them.
You got bamboozled. Recharging shields.
Use the med kit. 1 sec.
Yeah.
Why do you think other people don't use it? बहुत कम लोगों को मैंने यूज करते हुए देखा, लाइक प्रो टीम्स में भी कोई भी नहीं, कभी नहीं यूज करता बीकन, क्योंकि आसपास में लोगों को सारी दुनिया को पता चल जाता है कि पाथफाइंडर है ये।
We're inside the ring. Got the positional advantage.
लेकिन तेरा पोजीशन नहीं बताती ब्रो, लाइक लेकिन पाथफाइंडर के बीकन के, हाँ लाइफलाइन का केयर पैकेज मार के तू भाग गया तो ठीक है ना ब्रो, लेकिन पाथफाइंडर उधर खड़े रह के अटक जाता है।
Need to recharge my shields.
हाँ
I need energy ammo.
Recharging
ऐसे
my
सोच
shields.
देख, लाइफलाइन का भी जब वो अल्टी मारती है तो सबको दिखता है, जिब्राल्टर भी जब अल्टी
Check it
मारता है तो
out.
सबको
Care
दिखता है,
package coming in.
Let's go this way.
पाथफाइंडर भी जब बीकन से खोजता है तो सबको सुनाई देता है।
Sending out my decoy.
I think most people don't do it because it's not really that useful.
It's actually very useful in Predator.
Acha.
Because in Predator, over here right now people just charge.
हाँ.
Once you reach Predator,
Acha,
people,
yes,
nobody
हाँ.
gives a fuck about charging. Everybody wants to win. Because if you
Okay.
don't win, you will lose a lot of points in Predator. मैं बोल तो रहा हूँ, मैं वही तो बोला मैंने, it is very important for Predator.
Optics here. Sniper. Always better than iron sights.
Whoa! Alright, now that was really something.
Predator
really
people
hectic
use it
going
a
on.
lot to like figure out where the zone will be so that they can go there and camp over.
Don't mention it.
And specifically like towards like round 3, round 2 के बाद,
Thanks.
like it makes sense. When
Optics
the
here.
circle is giant, you don't need to really know where the circle is going.
Let's go this way.
अरे वो सब नूब्स का सीन है, प्रोज को सब सीन रहता है, उनको सब मालूम रहता है। like, अगर नए लोग को तो बोल रहा है तो हाँ obviously, लेकिन like I'm talking why he's not like hit by that ability is not like a meta ability. Like everybody uses it as soon as they get a chance to use it. Why not? That happens only in Predator.
Turbocharger.
एक तो लोग यूज करने जाता है तो कोई भी तेरे को खड़े रह
Extended
के
heavy
मार
mag
सकता है।
here. Level 3.
Use that.
हाँ वही, बट देखने वाले देखते हैं बंटा, वो दैट्स व्हाट सब।
Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
Your champion.
Eyes on the sky.
Round
Flyers
2.
over there.
Beginning ring
Loud and clear.
countdown.
didn't notice. Yeah.
Opening fire. Taking him out with a decoy.
Tango spotted. Danger close. Already on my mark. Firing for effect.
Heads up, got one here.
Let's check out this area. Reloading.
Opening fire. Shots fired. And they're hitting me. Go out and bamboozle them.
Danger close.
Shield to recharge.
Placing a portal.
Nice. Sorry, I'm watching later than normal, okay?
Putting lead down range. Reloading. Portal's ready.
Firing.
That was the whole squad. No quarter
Bad guy
given.
over there.
We're inside the ring. Got the positional advantage. Reloading.
Got one spotted.
Oh, nice shots, Yamadik.
Contact.
Reloading.
Oh, wow. In a row on his supplies.
Choke.
I need a hop up. Turbocharger. Hostile spotted. Opening fire. Target spotted. Enemy spotted.
Got one spotted.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
Firing.
Look out.
Oh, shit.
Bamboozle.
Double timing it. Tango spot.
Threw my grenade out. Give him my shield to recharge.
Recharging my shield. Enemy over there. Frag out. Throwing thermite grenade. Hostile.
Getting power.
Close. Throwing arc star.
Threw my grenade.
Getting shot at. 1 minute. Rings nearby. Need to recharge my shields.
Throwing.
Grenade. Smoke out.
Taking him out with a decoy.
Nice shots.
3-0. Rings
Yeah, what
close.
is she thinking? He's shooting at you while you're holding a sniper. Get in the zone.
I need energy ammo.
I need energy ammo. Enemy spotted.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Care package section.
Shot at. Sending out my decoy.
Heads up. Dropping the pain. Popping the chimney. Placing a portal.
Enemy spotted. He looks small.
Repeat on last. Portal's ready.
Sending out my decoy. Recharging shield.
Reloading. Shots. Your fast shields are recharged. Reloading.
I'm down.
Only 2 other squads left.
Enemy.
Down to target.
Reloading.
Need to recharge my shield. Tango killed.
That devotion need cover.
Giving him the chimney. Oscar Mike, I'm spotted. Taking focus contact. On my marker.
I guess I owe you dinner now, huh? Sending out my decoy.
Target over there. Point jumping. Enemy spotted. Only you and me left. 1 minute. They spotted me.
Down.
Reloading.
Picked up our teammate's banner.
45 seconds.
You don't have bullets. Be careful.
30 seconds. Rings close.
Backpack. Okay. Backpack level 3 था वहाँ.
I need energy ammo.
Punching a tunnel. 10 seconds. The ring's close. Portal placed.
Someone giving you just
In progress.
Ring's coming in. Time to drop shot and run.
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
Threw my grenade out.
I need help. Right here.
Enemy. Go bazoomba. Bam bamboo. Fool him. Give him my shields a recharge.
first.
Go out and bamboozle him.
Reloading.
One squad left. Reload. Shot at.
I downed.
Apex champions.
You get used to the triple take thing very soon. Yeah. And those were good nades.
The ring isn't really complex, but it can be a little complicated. Wait, what I just
Yeah.
say?
And still not dying and managing enemies with fire.
Ready to go.
Yeah, true. So that's a good thing. The portal and the rate variety.
This is your champion.
Losing isn't fun. That's why I don't do it.
हाँ bro.
Alright, master of the jump right here.
एपेक्स में एक बंदे ने पीएस पे 6000 डैमेज 6000 नहीं तो हम लोगों ने डिजी का गेम देखा ओह ये दूसरा है इस बंदे ने नया किया
Oh, this is the best part.
डाल्टोश करके एक बंदा है मालूम है
Is that how I do it?
डाल्टोश डॉल्टोश I don't know
I'm going over there.
आ गई एक स्क्वाड मेरे साथ इधर
Round 1. Beginning.
इधर भी पब्लिक है नीचे आ गया
Attention. First blood.
First blood on the enemy.
You got bamboozled.
Grappling.
Break.
Faking him out with a decoy.
On me
Contact with target. Fire, friend. Reload.
Downed an enemy. Just gotta pack
इसको मारा बे तूने उसका दोस्त आया राइट से आ रहा है ऊपर है शायद
Faking him out with a decoy.
वो देखो उधर
Hostile over there.
नहीं है
Forget that. Grappling.
Heavy ammo here. Devotion here.
Energy ammo here.
क्या ब्रो
Peacekeeper.
पर्पल
Level 3.
किधर था बे हम्म oh maybe that's why
Let's explore over this way. Body shield here. Level 2.
Peacekeeper नहीं है.
R301 here. Gotta hop up here.
Sending out my
That's you,
decoy.
man.
Repairing.
No, look, both are neat. There's no automatic. That's what I was saying.
Someone traveled through here recently.
Already in the next ring. I smell victory. Smells like...
Enemy
Yeah,
spotted.
what is that smell? Oh well. Gotta patch myself up.
Careful, no kill leader. R301 here.
New kill leader. Do what you need.
Half the squads remain. Let's keep winning.
ठीक है.
I think the only gun
Happy to
that's
help, friend.
better than Peacekeeper in close range is Mastiff.
Delivering care package.
Care package on high.
नहीं, Clapper close range gun ही नहीं है. Close range लौड़े लग जाते Clapper के. हाँ भाई, they have no comparison. That's true.
Hostile on the wall.
No bamboozle.
Using grapple.
$28 damage.
Enemy spotted.
Gibraltar के पास purple shield है bro.
Recharging shields.
Bad guy over there.
Road arc stop. I'm taking fire. Taking a moment to heal.
Yeah bro.
Ready? It's zipline time. Recharging.
Target spotted. Got him.
Taking a moment to heal. Let's explore this way. Someone traveled through here.
Faking him out with a decoy.
R301 here.
You got bamboozled.
Using grapple.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
You got bamboozled. Look at you.
Grappling. Here I go.
Hostile right here, right in front of me. They're hitting me. Not with a decoy. It's dupes of
White shield नहीं है उसके पास. Purple है.
Bam, bam, fool him. I'm down.
Enemy down. I got you, friend.
पैर देखा रहेगा. Probably. Perhaps.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
I just hope I don't have to fight with that smiling robot. I'm just kidding. He's fine. Everyone's fine. Come on, friend. Time to win.
मेरा भी like
GTX and
RTX
shit.
2080 कर लेता. 1080 Ti. हाँ.
This is your champion. There's a thin line between life and death. Find me there.
अरे बाप रे बाप.
Master of the jump, right here.
It's time. I'm the jump master.
मेरे को ना एक स्टूडियो के लिए ना एक बहुत अच्छा नाम का आइडिया आया था ब्रो, मेरे दिमाग से ही निकल गया वो. नहीं ब्रो, लाइक बहुत ही अच्छा नाम है, लाइक बहुत ही वियर्ड नाम था, मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा अभी क्या है.
Flight ship over there. Hold your breath. If you have a respiratory system.
मतलब
Attention. First blood.
First blood, and it's not us. Wonderful.
Countdown.
Look at the map. The next ring is on.
Alternator here.
नीचे उतर गया बंटा है. ओ सॉरी.
Wingman here. Body shield here. Level 2.
देखा.
Sending out my decoy.
हाँ मेरे भी पास से.
Light ammo here.
क्या करना है, कैसे जाना है उसके पास, कैसे अप्रोच करेगा.
Spotted. Throw my grenade out.
नीचे उतर गए वो लोग. अरे पीछे से कौन मार रहा है यार.
Reloading.
ओ पीछे रेत है.
Get to bamboozling.
Nice.
We've taken out the champion.
Nice.
I am repairing myself.
सही है बंटा है.
Recharging shields. Taking them out with a decoy.
Half the squad remains.
Heads up. New kill leader.
Bro,
I am repairing myself.
मेरे को ये चाहिए
Bag here.
बैग चाहिए level 1 बैग.
Gotta hop up here. Alternator here.
Wake up, ring's moving. Backpack here. Level 1.
हाँ.
I just gotta patch myself up. Hang on.
Syringe here.
Thanks.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Incoming care package.
Flatline here.
नहीं यूज कर रहा bro. I'm
Heavy
using
ammo here.
R99 right now. Longbow चाहिए? ये ले.
Longbow here.
Prowler SMG here.
क्या हुआ?
Might be connected this way.
Using grapple.
नहीं. ये ले.
Who's ready to fly on a zip line? I am.
Get out there and bamboozle.
इधर से तीसरा भी है.
R301 here.
Looking for sniper optics? Yeah, I could use that. Never mind, sorry.
ले ले, मैं देता हूँ तेरे को.
Looking for sniper optics. Need a hop up. Skull piercer.
मीला का तूने स्टोरी देखा? अच्छा. बेसिकली वो जो ऑक्टेन मीरा मीरा करता रहता है ना, वो मीरा नहीं है, मीला है ब्रो.
One sec, healing up.
वो क्रिप्टो की गर्लफ्रेंड या तो क्रिप्टो की पार्टनर रहती है. और जब क्रिप्टो को पुलिस पकड़ने के लिए आती है, सो बेसिकली क्या होता है पता है? ये लोग दोनों कुछ तो काम कर रहे रहते और वो उसको आके बोलती है कि सीन हो गया है. बट आई गेस ये ना थोड़ा काइंड ऑफ लाइक पुसी टाइप का बंदा रहता है और ये नहीं कर रहा रहता है. हाँ हाँ, तो उसमें तो मीला है, चूती है. और नहीं तो क्या.
Gotta hop up here. Turbocharger.
बस वो लड़की का ही वीडियो था. उससे मेरे को स्ट्राइक हुआ कि उसका नाम मीला है. मीला ऑक्टेन भी मीला मीला करता रहता है पूरा टाइम. ये लड़की का कुछ तो कनेक्शन है ऑक्टेन और क्रिप्टो से. बस क्या
ऑक्टेन से मीरा वाली ना.
मीरा बोलता है तो फिर रहेगा. बट दिस इज द हाँ, बट इन लोग की भी एक्सेंट ऑक्टेन जैसी एक्सेंट रहती है. उसकी एक्सेंट एकदम ऑक्टेन जैसी है.
I need energy ammo.
क्या हुआ? उधर लाइट एमो बहुत सारा था नीचे.
Go bamboozle.
Need to recharge my shields.
Go
shields.
Sending out my team.
Need to recharge my shields.
Not today.
अरे रे हाँ hell.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
क्या स्पैस कर रहा है बंदा समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या करना है Ooh.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
या मर जाएंगे नहीं जाने का है
Raj to the rescue.
I've come to save the day. Maybe.
Body shield here. Light ammo here.
New kill leader appointed.
Hey, someone's got to take out that new kill leader. They're too cocky. Ring's close. 1 more minute. Bad guy over there. Shot at.
नहीं कांड फट गई बंटा
Only 30 seconds left on the clock. The ring's close. Giving my shields a recharge.
You got bamboozled.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
Opening fire on the enemy.
10 seconds to the ring. It's close at least.
I have been downed.
तो ये कहाँ से आया बे
Contact with hostile.
ओ ये बेचारे पे चढ़ गई पब्लिक
This time I'm down.
Ring moving. Check it out. Care package.
Let me call.
party. Let's rock.
You know, I don't take myself too seriously. I don't take myself anywhere, really. Man, I need to get out more.
Ready to go.
Check.
Introducing your champion.
आजा मेरे घर पे ये मैच के बाद। हाँ बनता है आजा।
There's a
तो
jump
झूठ में
tower
थोड़े ना
over
बोलूंगा
there.
आने को
My buddies
बनता
and
है।
I aren't afraid of heights.
This is
फूकने के लिए।
awesome. I'm the jump master.
मेरे को नींद आ रही है। नहीं ब्रो अभी सो के उठा थोड़ी देर पहले। हाँ इस यौन आ रहा था इससे मैंने सोचा इम्प्रोवाइज कर लूं।
Hold your breath if you have to breathe.
हाँ दिख रहा है।
I'm flying.
हाँ वैसे ही दिख रहा है।
All right, look at this, look at this. No hands.
मतलब
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Oh boy, next ring's far.
वाओ
Attention. First blood.
First blood on the enemy.
Attention. New kill.
फिर कुछ होता है?
New kill leader. 126.
सही है बंदा हार्ट को लड़की लोग का सीन ही लाइक हाँ
Here I go.
रामनी नहीं है।
I'm here listening to. Yeah, I heard all of that. Go back and take peacekeeper ammo. What is wrong with you? I don't. You have? How much? Okay.
R99
You got 16 after picking
R99
up. I'll
here.
kill you. You got 16 after you picked up.
Look at the chart. We're
Yeah.
spread too thin.
Body shield here. Level 2.
I can see your fucking screen. You don't have to tell me.
That kid's in 1 minute.
Zipline deployed. The ring is quite far. There is not much time left. R301 here.
Gotta hop up here.
Commander eliminated.
Oh, nice. You imitating Gibraltar, na? Happening here only.
Using grapple.
Yeah.
Optics here. Close range. Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
What did you even get?
Warning. Progress.
Grappling.
बोला चाहिए अभी बिस 10
Care package being delivered.
Check it out. Care package coming in.
एंगल बन
Oh shit, yeah. Nice.
Who's ready to fly on a zip line? I am.
I like when you say I am. Yeah, I know you hate it. It's cringy.
Spotted one.
Enemy over there. Here I go.
Third party.
Sending out my decoy. Airstrike coming in.
Yeah.
Watch it, airstrike.
Reloading. Whole squad down. Now we can loot them.
Kill
Half the
leader.
squads are left. Let's smoke them.
Watch out for the new
Body
kill
shield
leader,
here.
friend.
Level 2.
I could use that.
Enemy spotted. Reloaded. Giving my shields a You got bamboozled. Look at you. One sec. Moving up. Bamboozle 'em.
Reloading. Charging shields. I am repairing myself.
2. Beginning ring countdown.
Bad news, I'm down.
Oh my god, it's serious.
आ रहा बनता है
Timing it. Taking fire. Got your back. Hey, got me.
Fire, friends. Don't worry, I'm here.
रुक रहे बनता है इन लोग
Giving my shields a recharge.
Take comfort in the fact that you are now part of something grander.
मैं हील कर रहा था जब तुम मरा ना वो लूट रहा था मेरे साथ मैं उधर खड़े रह के हील कर रहा था वो फुल पावर लूट रहा था
Don't be fooled.
Who is this?
I'm a man of
Dolo or Vario?
science.
Dolo, na?
So I like to have a little fun. So what?
I am ready. I hope you are too.
This is your champion. Trust just your eyes and you'll lose.
pouring over there? I feel most alive when one was approaching my death. Enemy spotted. Far. I suggest we do some research in this area.
सब ट्रैक करने को भी
Throwing arc star. Going out.
Taking fire.
Go bamboozle.
Gas trap deployed.
Enemy taken down.
Reloading. Subject deceased.
Attention. First blood.
Oh, yeah, I'm with the right.
Gas trap deployed. Placing gas trap.
Fire.
And they're hitting me.
Down.
Reloading.
Independent variable. Firing. Reloading.
Reloading.
Reloading. Placing gas trap.
Shots fired and they're hitting me. She got bamboozled.
Kill those people. Let them. No, no.
Look at you. Just relax. I got everything under control. New
Your help is very helpful.
Go bamboozle. Just relax. I got everything under control. Bad news. I'm down.
Spotted one.
Repairing.
एक ही बंदा है
I need help.
Champion eliminated.
Repairing my damages. A champion just fell. They must not be very good. The ring is a far distance. 1 minute remains. Firing. Reloading. I am taking fire, friends. Reloading. The ring is quite far. There is not much time left. Enemy taken down. I am repairing myself. Reloading.
Kill leader eliminated.
That was a kill leader and we took them out. Very exciting. Reloading.
Warning.
किधर गया वो
Triple take here.
I'm back. You guys miss me?
Longbow here.
Attention. Delivery care package.
Incoming care package. I love loot.
नहीं ब्रो
Friends, there is an extended energy magazine here. I need help.
पाथफाइंडर आया इधर
I am taking
ऊपर है
fire, friends. Recharging shields. Grenade. Grappling.
अरे रे
I am down.
मैं नॉक हो गया। नहीं वो लोग मेरे को मार सकते हैं।
Looks like I beat you.
आजा। बाय ब्राह्मणी। नहीं सुनी।
Bye. Can you hear me?